Brazil, officially the Federative Republic of Brazil, is the largest country in South America and the only Portuguese-speaking country in the Americas. It is the world's fifth largest country, both by geographical area and by population. Bounded by the Atlantic Ocean on the east, Brazil has a coastline of over 7,491 kilometers. It is bordered on the north by Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, and the French Overseas Department of French Guiana, on the northwest by Colombia, on the west by Bolivia and Peru, and the southwest by Argentina and Paraguay, and on the south by Uruguay. Numerous archipelagos form part of Brazilian territory, such as Fernando de Noronha, Rocas Atoll, St. Peter and Paul Rocks, and Trinidad and Martin Vaz. Brazil was a colony of Portugal from the land of Pedro Álvares Cabral in 1500 until its independence in 1822. Initially independent as the Brazilian Empire, the country has been a republic since 1889, although the bicameral legislature now called Congress dates back to 1824, when the first constitution was ratified. Its current constitution defines Brazil as a federal republic. The federation is formed by the Union of Federal Districts, the 26 states, and the 5,564 municipalities. The Brazilian economy is the world's eighth largest economy by nominal GDP and the ninth largest by purchasing power parity. Brazil is the world's fastest growing major economy. Economic reforms has given the country new international recognition. Brazil is a founding member of the United Nations, the G20, Mercosur, and the Union of South American Nations, and is the one of the BRIC countries. Brazil is also home to a diversity of wildlife, natural environments, and extensive natural resources and a variety of protected habitats. The land now called Brazil was claimed by Portugal in April 1500 on the arrival of the Portuguese fleet commanded by Pedro Álvares Cabral. The Portuguese encountered Stone Age natives divided into several tribes, most of whom shared the same Tupi-Guarani linguistic family and fought among themselves. Colonization was effectively begun in 1534 when Dom João III divided the territory into 12 hereditary captaincies. But this arrangement proved problematic, and in 1549 the king assigned a governor-general to administer the entire colony. The Portuguese assimilated some of native tribes, while others were enslaved or exterminated in long wars or by European diseases to which they have no immunity. By the mid-17th century, sugar had become the economy's most important export, and the Portuguese imported African slaves, cope with the increasing international demand. Through wars against the French, the Portuguese slowly expanded their territory to the southeast, taking Rio de Janeiro in 1564, and to the northwest, taking San Luis in 1615. They sent a military expedition to the Amazon rainforest and conquered British and Dutch strongholds, founding villages and forts from 1669. In 1680, they reached the far south and founded Sacramento on the bank of the Rio de la Plata in the eastern strip region, present-day Uruguay. At the end of the 17th century, sugar export started to decline, but the discovery of gold by explorers in the region that would later be called Minas Gerais around 1693, and in the following decades in current Mato Grosso and Goiás, saved the colony from imminent collapse. From all over Brazil, as well as from Portugal, thousands of immigrants come to the mines. The Spanish tried to prevent Portuguese expansion in the territory that belonged to them according to the 1494 Treaty of Tordesillas, and succeeded in conquering the eastern strip in 1774. However, this was in vain, as the Treaty of San Ildefonso, signed in the same year, confirmed Portuguese sovereignty over all lands proceeding from its territorial expansion, thus creating most of the current Brazilian borders. In 1808, the Portuguese royal family, flying the troops of the French Emperor Napoleon I, that were invading Portugal and most of Central Europe, established themselves in the city of Rio de Janeiro, which thus became the seat of the entire Portuguese Empire. In 1815, Dom João VI, then regent on behalf of his incapacitated mother, elevated Brazil from colony to sovereign kingdom united with Portugal. In 1809, the Portuguese invaded French Guiana, which was returned to France in 1817, and in 1816 the Western Strip, subsequently renamed Cisplatina, but Brazil definitively lost it in 1828 when it became an independent nation known as Uruguay.